Hey, okay, welcome to another Paint the Edge Off, where I teach you to make a cool painting in about an hour and get a little drunk doing it. My name is Joel Ward, and today I'm going to be walking you through this painting right here. I call it Teal Forest. Kind of just some cool colors in this one, and that picture's got a little weird glare on it, but it's got some nice colors, this one. I really like this. I don't know, it's just kind of like a typical landscape I would do, but with little cooler colors on there. So that's what we're doing today. If you haven't already, please like, share, follow, subscribe. Search Paint the Edge Off. You'll find me on most things. Some things I'm still getting started on, like there's some things on there, but I will be posting on these things eventually. So if you'd like, follow, share, all those things. Also have little things if you want to donate. If you like these, helps me keep doing them. So I appreciate that. And as always, I'm going to give away a free giveaway painting, like I do with all my painting classes. You just have to correctly answer my subjective trivia questions in the chat or the comments, and I will send you a free painting of your choice. Okay, so before we get started here, let me tell you what you're going to need. You will need a 16 by 20 canvas. Any size will work, but that's what I'm using, so that's what I'll be giving you instructions for. I also have some paper towels. I have my water cup. Okay, this is acrylic paint, so you will need water to mix in with your paint. Okay, that keeps them nice and fresh and loose and wet and not drying out. I also have paper plates I use for my palette. You can use whatever you want. I like paper plates because they're nice and easy and cheap. And I've got a blow dryer. It helps me dry my painting fast, move through my steps quicker. So blow dryer is good if you want to blow dry something real fast and get it done quick. Okay, other than that, I have some tools here. Okay, so we have a pencil. Okay, just regular old pencil. Okay, this one seems to have gotten a little gnarly, but this I'll use to draw some things. I also have my little pencil sharpener and a little kneaded eraser. If you haven't tried a kneaded eraser, they're pretty cool. So those are good for drawing. If you're trying to draw, we need to draw out a few steps to begin with. Then I've got some chalk here, okay, that I can draw on top of my dried paint. Okay, so it's got blue and orange there. Just so I have a couple colors to pick from. But those are things you'll need just to kind of get started. And then your brushes, I have my a big flat brush, okay? I have my medium flat brush. All right, I have my medium round brush, okay? I have my baby round brush, okay? So those are my 4 brushes. Okay, I'm gonna take those, put them bristle down in my water cup, leave them there anytime you're not using them. And I've got paint colors. I've also got whiskey. Whiskey's good. Okay, I also have white paint. I have black paint. I have phthalo blue. I have this light blue. It's called sky blue. You could use a few different colors for that. Cerulean blue might be kind of close. Might be a little more green than sky blue is, but essentially you just want a lighter, just a different shade of blue. I want a couple different variations of light blue, so that's why I have the other one. Then I also have purple, also known as violet. I have crimson red, which is just like a bright red. And then I have my light yellow. Okay, so those are our colors that we're going to use for today. And yeah, so with that being said, cheers. Follow along, chat, have some fun, paint the edge off. And I've already taken 1 shot before we started. This makes 2 shots. Okay, let's get going. All right. So, first thing we want to do here, we want to take our pencil, all right, and we're going to draw a little line across here. Now, I want to go it's a little below halfway, a little more than a third, maybe 2/5 or something like that. Okay, but I'm just going to eyeball this and say somewhere in here. I'm going to make myself a little line there, okay? Okay, that may be a little hard to see there, but there we go. There's our line. That's just going to be our horizon line, okay? Now, let's get painting. So let's take our plate here. Let's get some white and some yellow and some red. And red-a-rooski. Here we go. Okay, there's our colors we're going to start with. We're going to start by making a light pink. Start at the top of our canvas, work our way down to yellow, take that all the way down here, and then we're going to paint some orange little mountains on top of that. So let's take our Big brush out of our water cup here. Tap it off so you feel fancy, okay? Take your big brush, stir it around in that white paint, get the water all mixing in. Ooh, yes, there we go. Nice, nice white paint. Okay, and we're gonna mix a little bit of red in there, just start a little bit. We do want a lot of this kind of, or a decent amount of this little red pile mixed up, but we don't need a ton. And a little drop of red goes a long way. So, you know, don't go crazy with the red. Just start with a little bit, add a little by little. Ooh, that might be too much. Okay, there we go. That's a good color. Got a nice pink, okay? Nice light red. White and red makes pink. Okay, let's start up here at the top and start brushing across here. Here we go. Oh, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and paint my top edges while I'm here. Try to do those as I go. Painting the top edge just looks nice. Something you don't really think about till it's on your wall and you are looking at all the edges going, I don't like that. So if you paint the edges, it just looks nice when you start hanging it on your wall. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to go down, I don't know, a little chunk of, I'm going to go a little past what I need because we want to have a wet spot to blend our yellow in with. Okay, so let's go just down a little bit further. Ow, 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 ow. Right about there. Okay, now, I'm going to wash my brush out a little bit. Nothing too major. Just give it a little swoosh back and forth there. It's not totally clean, but, you know, better than it was. Okay, let's take our brush again. We're going to stir that water and our brush in with the white paint. And we'll get a little bit of yellow. Now we've got this lot yellow. We might even want more white than that. I'm going to grab a little bit more white. Ow, ow, ow. So bright. There we go. We can kind of see what I'm doing there now. Okay, now we got this nice light yellow. Okay, let's take this and let's just start brushing this. We're going to go all the way down with this. But let's start here. I'm going to start just kind of filling in the bottom all the way to that line that we drew. Okay, that's our horizon line. I'm looking. Here we go. Now, once we get up here, so we're going to blend this. So again, don't need to grab a bunch of paint. As long as my yellow and my red paint is wet, I just need to brush them together, go up into the red, take the red back down to the yellow. Just kind of do this a few times so it starts to blend. Just want a nice soft blend. Don't overdo it. Just stop when you feel like it looks good there. There we go. Okay, so now we've got a nice blend. It's probably a little bit better way to see those colors. Okay, and there we go. There's our sky. Now let's add these little mountains in here. So for this, I'm going to take some of my red, some of my yellow, mix up a nice little orange. Now this is probably a little too dark. So we've kind of got our orange here. Let's mix that in here with some white. Lighten this up. Okay, now we've got a nice light orange. And now what I want to do is I'm going to make some mountains through here. So I can take the tip of my end of my brush here, maybe make a little line. Kind of see it if I do this, maybe. But you know, if you want to kind of doodle in, you know, kind of a line where you want to go. But here we go. I'm just going to start brushing this in. There we go. I'm going to get some more of that. And now this is going to blend with your yellow. That's fine. And let's take that. Let's just take that all the way down to the bottom here. Make that mix in with our yellow. All right, there we go. Now I do want a nice hard edge on the top, so let's take that and really go slow. Make sure we see a nice solid line up there. If you need more paint, you know, get a little bit more paint and really make that edge nice and solid. Here we go. All right. Okay, now once we got that, we're gonna put one more darker mountain in front. So let's take, let's go back to this orange we got mixed up here. Now I've got a little bit more of a reddish orange, a little darker red, a little brighter, more saturated, pure orange. Okay, and let's go right in front of this. Let's make another little mountain. Different kind of, you know, doesn't have to be, don't follow the exact same line as the top. Make it different. All right, here's a tall part of this mountain. Oh, there we go. There's some hills. Now, Take that, blend that in. I probably need to make that even darker. So I can just take, you know, a little bit more red in here with my orange mixture. And there we go. Oh, hola. Hola, Purdy. How are you? I'm your main man. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Is that how people in Ohio talk? I'm such an idiot. I don't know. I've never been to Ohio. I assume the uncle. Oh, hey. Hey, anyone north of, like, Missouri, I just assume is, like, you know, basically Canadian. Is that true? Am I dead on with that? Oh, you know, I'm going to paint my side edges. So I started up here, but I forgot to continue it down. So let's go ahead and paint those side edges as we go. Okay. Maybe we'll get some of this yellow. Some light yellow here. Paint those. You don't? Come on. Sure you do. Hey, oh, hey there. Oh, hey. I'm from Illinois. I'm from Ohio. Oh, I tell you, me and my girlfriend were drunk. We were getting a ride home from this Uber. And the lady was like, she talked like that. She was like, oh, gosh, I just love it here. Oh, geez. And I was like, where's that accent? You know, and she said like Wisconsin or something. And then it's kind of interesting. She basically told us like, she was basically one of those like, you know, religious, you know, whatever, societies, cult basically. And she left to come here. And we're like, yeah, we're thinking about moving out of Arkansas. I was like, oh, no, it's so great here. Don't ever leave here. And I'm like, I think maybe you have a skewed vision of what's great in the world because you live in this crazy society for the first part of your life, or most of your life, really. But I kept talking like her, and I couldn't tell if she was annoyed or if she was just being really nice. Or... Cheers. Okay, dear. We need to kind of paint in our little river here, a little water. Okay, and that's going to be basically white. I don't want this to mix with the orange too much. I can just take a paper towel and kind of dry off some of that. Any of that wet paint, you can kind of wipe off. But let's draw in where our river's going to be. Okay, so up the top here, here's our line, basically. Now, here's what I want to do. Let's say, you know, right in here, we'll have a little bank there. Okay, we're going to have a little bank here. I need to mess with my light. I moved my situation around again, like always. And, you know, kind of messes with the lighting and all that. Okay, so here we go. There's that. And let's do another little peak there. And then we got a big, you know, big and round here. Kind of coming down. It's going to go off the bottom there, all right? So that's kind of our... Wow, is that better or worse? Okay. There, we can kind of see that line there. Okay, over here, kind of give it. You want a pretty small space. So let's start here. Okay, we're gonna do kind of the same thing. Bring this back and bring it out here. And then we're gonna have a big little chunk here, and this is gonna go off the side. Okay, so there's our little waterway. So we're gonna start with the water. Oh, I didn't count my shot. Got my shot counter. Here, boom. And I'm going to take another shot. Because you know what? I want to. Okay, for the water, we're going to use mostly white. And then we'll take just a tiny hint of pink. Kind of mix that in. We could take a tiny bit of orange or yellow. Maybe lightly mix that in. We want it to be mostly just white. Okay, so lots of white. I'm basically just going to mix white. I'm going to paint the whole thing white first. And then I'll go back with some other colors and lightly mix them in, okay? Hi, Sherry. There we go. Okay, let's take some white paint. Now, we want to really wash our brush out. Take your brush, wash it out really good, swoosh it back and forth real good. And I'm going to get just clean white paint. I'm dumb, I'm a big idiot. Okay, let's like take a paper towel once we're going to dry it off. Now, it's still a lot of dark orange in there, so let's wash it a little bit longer, okay? Okay, I'm gonna start filling this in white, and then I'm gonna put up my trivia question for today. Okay? Trivia question today. My favorite NFL team. Well, have you seen my shot glass there, Purdy? Trivia question today. There it is. What is the best candy? Is it A, M&M's, B, Snickers, C, Skittles, D, Starburst, E, Reese's Pieces, F, Charleston Chew, G, none of the above, or H, candy is poison, okay? Which is it? All right, what's the best? All right, what is the correct answer here? All right, I got my whites all mixed up here. I got my water mixed in with my white. There you go. It's not an easy life, you know, being a Lions fan, but okay, I'm starting here at the bottom. Let's get this all, let's get a nice, thick layer here of white. I like my paint like I like my women, thick. Okay, get this all painted in. Once we fill this in with white, we will take a little bit of, ooh, Charleston Chew. Okay, McKenna guesses Charleston Chew. Okay, once I fill this in white, we'll take a little bit of some pink. So let's get this, I'm gonna go back to this pink I have here on my other plate that I used at the top of the sky here. Get some of that wet paint. And I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna mix this. I'm gonna go left and right, brush real lightly, and at the bottom I want it to be the darkest, but as I go up, I want it to kind of fade into it. So I can kind of take little by little, always start at the bottom. And kind of work your way up. Okay, and then as I get up here, it'll kind of fade into the water. Okay. You kind of take that up, let it kind of blend in. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna wash my brush out just a little bit. I've been watching you like a hawk in the sky, fly my prey. Okay, now we're gonna go to our light yellow here. We're gonna go back to this light yellow right here. We gonna work it out. Probably talk on the phone. See, I don't know if that's good. Okay, now we got this light yellow, and I'm gonna do the same thing here. I'm gonna start just a little tiny bit, and that's already enough, maybe too much. Let's get a little bit on there, wipe your brush off, and then go back and start brushing this in with that white. Take it down, take it back up. Yeah, that's already too much yellow. I might take a little bit more white and start blending this in so I can kind of overpower some of that yellow, but it's not going to totally go away. It's the thing about white paint, you'll always see, if it's wet, something mixed in with it, you'll always see, no matter how small it is. There we go, that kind of got rid of some of that yellow. Okay, see, let's color a little bit better. Okay, wait, Purdy, what's your team? Are you, wait, you're from Ohio, right? You a Browns fan? No, wait, yeah. What's the Colts game? What about the Colts? Is there something specific to that? Okay, there we go, we got that done. I'm gonna take a shot while I blow dry for a second. Oh yeah! Mikey K! Still haven't sent me an address to send you paintings. Mikey, here's today's trivia question while I blow dry and take shots. What the fuck, what? Skittles, okay. Mikey guesses Skittles. Okay, it's actually getting pretty dry. Okay, so we'll keep going here. Oh, the heat is freaking crazy. Okay, yeah, it's super hot, and it's even like hot enough that it's like making the inside of my house too hot. It's a rough life. Okay, Mikey, you need to send me an address so I can send you a painting, okay? Okay, take a new plate here. Let's get some purple. And we got some white on our plate. If you need more, get a little bit more.
What do you think?
Okay, let's take our big brush here.
It's not the kind of music
Excuse me. Let's take some purple and some white. We don't want this too light. Let's take a little bit of white. There we go. Nice. Maybe a little bit lighter than that. Okay, we'll start with this. Okay. Let's take that light purple. Now here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna fill in these, you know, our little bank's purple. Now what I want to do here is I want to make a nice solid line at the top of our horizon line. Okay, so let's take this brush, let's turn it on that skinny end where you kind of draw it across there, make some skinny lines like so. Let's go ahead and just go right across here. Okay, and then we're gonna take this, we're just gonna lay it down, bring it back, keeping my brush pretty much flat to the canvas. Just kind of pulling it around, alright? Now, it doesn't have to be exactly those things, and they're going to cover up a lot of this anyway. You want to kind of get that main space filled in. There we go. Okay, let's do the other side, same way. Let's draw a nice solid line across here. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and fill in these our little bank. I call that a bank.
I love you.
It's a bank, right?
I love you too.
I think we found our new sounder boo.
A river bank. Okay, let's paint our side edges. I'm gonna paint them purple. And now we've got all of our top and side edges painted. Paint the bottom later. Okay, we'll leave that for last. And there we go. We've got our bank kind of painted in there. All right, let's take a little bit of our just regular purple now with no white mixed in. Just gonna get some of that dark purple on my brush. All right, and now what I want to do is, first of all, I want to draw a nice hard line across the top, like so. You see, there's a little bit of like a landmass kind of behind this. Okay. So you can kind of see that, oh, you know, in the distance, there's probably, way back down that river, there's probably, you know, a little piece of land's kind of cutting across there. Now, I think I might actually make this come out a little further. What we want to do is kind of put a little dark purple, like, on the bottoms here. All right, kind of showing that there's a little bottom, a little bit of shape to that, a little bit of that. That ledge there, okay, and I could even, you know, if you wanted, you could outline some of it. I'm gonna basically just kind of put them on the bottom, like so, like so. Okay, the different one here. Okay. Now after that, I'll take a little of this dark purple and I'll kind of mix them in on this, out here on the edges, where there's kind of gonna be lots of trees. Okay, and this is gonna look kind of like, you know, shadows under your trees. I think we kind of messy with this. You know, just do whatever you want here. You know, I'm not judging you. Just put some of that in there. This isn't really, you know, whatever you do here will be fine. Just put some of that down there. You know, say swing as you do it. That always helps. Okay, now once we get this done, what we want to do is blow dry one more time, and then once this is dry, then we'll start our trees. Okay, now the trees are the fun part. I think before that, let's go ahead and take our small brush And we'll put some of these little trees in the back. They're basically just lines, okay? Some skinny lines, kind of like trees far off in the distance. Let's see. What do you got? Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna take my small brush. I'm gonna get some light purple. Okay, I'm gonna make a real faint, light purple. Just lines in the background to kind of show there's like trees way off in the distance. Cheers.
That's the end. What do you mean that's the end? That's not. It's the beginning of something interesting.
Okay,
That's the end.
let's blow dry. I'm gonna put my trivia question back up for a second. Cheers. Oh man. Let's see what's new. I finished Mandalorian. That show's effing awesome. And then as I'm sitting there, we get to like in the second season. There's Boba Fett. Spoiler alert. And I'm sitting there like, oh my god, there's Boba Fett, you know, and I'm freaking out. And my girlfriend's like, whoa, like she didn't know who Boba Fett was, and I'm like, how do you know who Boba Fett was? She's like, never really watched the Star Wars movies. And I was like, you know, how dare you? Not really, but so now we're going through the movies. So we're just starting at like episode 1 and going all the way through the Star Wars. So we finished episode 2, we started episode 3 last night. And I gotta tell you, going through in chronological order is actually kind of cool. Like, I think the first movie might be the worst one. You know, episode 1 might be the worst Star Wars movie ever made. It's just, going back and watching it, it's almost like a comedy or like a parody of a Star Wars movie. So strange. But, anyway. The second one was pretty cool. The third one the third one's like one of my favorites. Anyway, it's been fun kind of going back and watching those. I'm trying to think, we have so many things to watch now. We started watching something. You never saw any Star Wars, Sherry? Yeah, if you get Disney Plus, you can just watch all of them. Okay, that's probably enough blow drying. Let's see here. So yeah, I want to take my small flat brush. Let's take our small flat brush out, tap it off, and let's get a real light purple. Basically white. Stir your brush right here in this white paint. Get some of that purple in there, where it's just real faint. See, that's barely even purple right there. You can kind of barely, you can see it's just lightly purple. Okay. Okay, and okay. Now I want to make some skinny lines. So again, like always, I'll kind of scrape some off on the side after I stir it up. It kind of gets a little blobby. I kind of scrape that off, then I lay it down, pull it through, flip it over, pull it through, and that kind of flattens my brush out. And what I want to do here is I want to just add in some little tiny trees. Okay, just make some little skinny lines. Okay, maybe some are taller, some are shorter. I'm going to try to go real thin. Drag, put your brush straight to your canvas. Don't tilt it, lean it, angle it. Straight to it, just drag straight down as lightly as possible. Alright. Keep losing connection on my nib. I should be on PBS. Okay, now while we've got this on our brush, let's go ahead and take our brush and I'm going to put a little skinny line through this. Okay, let's kind of, I also kind of can trim this line up this way. Okay, so it's not too thick. You can kind of see some land in the distance. You kind of, get that little fog. And I'm going to go in here and put some more some more little horizontal lines through here. Okay, and that kind of gives, a little bit of that reflection from trees or stuff in the distance in the water. Okay, then let's take a little bit more purple. Make a little bit darker purple here. Still not a dark purple, but darker than that light purple we just had. And we'll take this and we'll start throwing this in there, okay? Hey, Purdy, you crack open that IPA. You do that. Okay, so up here I might just do a couple little smudges like so. And as I go down, maybe I'll some of this, right? Maybe I'll put some of this in here, especially like right underneath the banks. So kind of imagine that your reflections are coming straight down from this. We're gonna have trees up here. You know, you might put some little, you know, some of this in there. Just like this and like that and like this and okay. But always I'm keeping it kind of below where my banks are. In the very middle I'm leaving it kind of blank. Okay, and then let's take some dark purple, a little bit darker purple. Okay, and let's put some of those in here. Just some of these little reflections in there. We want these to be kind of thick because this is close to us now. Okay, we'll come back with light blue later, okay? Is it loud? Oh, okay. Well, it's just because it rocks so much, okay? I will do that, yeah, yeah. You, Purdy, you get the Kickstarter together, we'll do that. For sure. Let's take a shot, too. Shit, if I get drunk enough, I might just take my shirt off anyway. Purdy says, if we raise $1,000, can you paint with your shirt off? And I said, you know, hey. Okay. Sometimes the mic gets away from my face too. That could be another reason it doesn't. It's a little louder than my voice. Okay. I'm gonna here in just a second. I'm gonna draw with my chalk somewhere my big trees are gonna go. There's essentially four big trees and kind of this one tree kind of in front. But let's go ahead and take let's take our blue. Let's take our blue chalk here, okay? And let's start like drawing in kind of where our big tall trees are, okay? So we're gonna put one here and then one kind of down here. Those are our two big ones. Our other two big ones are gonna be over here, one here and one down like right here. And that's really, yeah, I think it's just those four big trees. So this one's gonna be out. I'm not gonna be too close to the river because remember the bottom's gonna be wide anyway, so you gotta think of where the middle's gonna be. Okay, but I'm gonna draw this up, you know, just where it just starts getting the pink, and I'll stop about there where that pink's getting at. Okay, but that's gonna be that center line. All right, let's take another one. Let's put this one here, and let's bring this one up even taller. Okay, so I'm gonna start, let's say this tree's gonna be here. Okay, now this is a bigger tree. That's why it's taller, it's closer to us. It actually, even though it starts further down, it's closer to us. So a lot of times the top of the tree is gonna actually be higher than some of these in the background because it's so close to us. Okay, perspective, okay? And let's give it some space. Let's bounce that over. Just where you still got enough room. Kind of cut the difference here of like, maybe I'm thinking like between this tree and the side or right in here. I want that. Okay, so let's draw this up. Let's just draw a line that goes up. Little, just barely higher than that one. This one's right here. It's just a little higher than that one. Okay. On the left, we're going to do essentially the same thing. Okay, this one I can move. Let's put this one same kind of thing. Maybe just slightly shorter than the one on the left or taller. It's really up to you. Okay, and then our tallest tree is going to be here. And this tree is going to come down. It's going to land right in here. So let's draw this tree up. And let's put it way up here. There's the top of that one. Okay. Hey, there we go. So far, so good. Now what we want to do is we're going to start with our dark purple. We're going to start by drawing our tree in and then kind of start layering in our leaves. Okay, and then we're going to put in some of our blues, a little bit of green. Okay, and then we'll put in some, you know, as we do the blues and greens, when we do the blues, we'll put in some of those little tree branches, etc., 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 etc. Okay? And, you know, I'm going to take another shot. Because, why not? This makes shot number 7. You know what's strange, Purdy? Why did you bring up me painting shirtless? Because you know what's really weird is that I thought about that today. And I was thinking for me, I was thinking that, you know, because it's so hot, you know, but I'm like, man, maybe I should do that. But I was like, you know, I don't want to, I don't know if there's, you know, standards. Can't be nude, so I was thinking about wearing, you know, one of my girlfriend's bras, you know, to cover my nips. Because I don't know if that's part of the, you know, standards and practices on Twitch and Facebook and everything. But I literally had that thought today. It's really weird that you brought that up. Okay, let's take our light purple. Okay, and we're going to start by just drawing some just a skinny line. Just trace that line in. Okay? We're going to trace all 4 of these lines in. Okay? Okay? Could be worse. Could be worse. You don't have to be super thin. These are big trees, so it's okay if they're thicker. We're going to put a whole bunch of, you know, stuff in there like that. So it's okay if they're a little thicker. We're going to cover a lot of it up. Okay, now, okay, time to get naked. That's funny. Okay, let's take our purple. Now I'm just gonna this is the whole thing. For a lot of these trees, this is the base. I'm just gonna show you the basic technique process here. Okay, but basically I'm gonna start at the top, and I'm kind of leaving my brush horizontal, making little horizontal lines, and I'm just gonna kind of basically go back and forth. As I get lower, I'm gonna bring them out wider, but again, you want to temper your how wide you get, how fast you get. Okay, it's easy to get real big, then all of a sudden your tree takes up this much space. So you kind of got to really narrow it down, and I'm kind of bad about that too sometimes. Sometimes I mess that up a lot. So I will go ahead and start doing this, but I'm going to try to, you know, keep it skinny as long as I can, because it will get thick no matter, you know, as you get wider and wider. You know, it gets easier. It's easy to get wider and wider, as we all know. You know, the longer you go, the easier it is to get wider and wider, thicker and thicker, and bigger and bigger. I sure as hell know that. It's one of those crazy people that just looks amazing your whole life. Lucky people. Yeah, some of those people looking at me like, what are you talking about? It's always anything. I'm always great looking. Well, listen, sister. Okay, now here we're going to kind of go out into the water. This is where I was saying you're going to end up kind of covering up some of this, you know, stuff. This is kind of where you're covering up some of these parts of your bank, okay? Okay, Purdy says, there's another stock streamer who will drink beers and take shots. If people donate subs on Twitch, he'll get drunk at like 7 a.m. and people love it. Hey, I need to follow. Who is that guy? Post his thing, and I want to follow him. Tell me who that streamer is that's drinking. Now, before I move on, well, actually, no. I'm gonna go through all these and do all the dark purples first, and then I'll go back do the light purples. Then we'll move on to blues. Then do the light blues.
Why is it always here when you're not?
This is my friend Isaac's band. They're called the Twos, and they're freaking awesome. Look them up.
I'd rather not.
Alright, we're just going to paint these in. I'm going to fill this in here. You know, some of these spots are a little empty, so we want to really fill these in, okay? Don't want to leave any spot unfilled. Share the wealth here. The paint is the canvas's food, okay? And the canvas gets hungry. It says, feed me, Seymour. And I say, yes, sir. Or yes, ma'am, depending on the canvas. Okay? Okay, trade dean stock. I'm going to have to look that up, because that sounds fun. In the kitchen sink. I'm not feeling drunk at all yet. I need to do a little better at that, okay? Hope I'm not letting you down, because I don't feel it yet. Okay, there's that tree. Hey, Johnny. We're on the train from my grand's house. Our canvas is just a hungry little little beaver, okay? And we gotta fill it up, feed it with some paint. Alright. Oh, I want purple paint. Well, you need some blue too. Okay. Now again, here's where your trees, if they get a little too wide, too fast, you'll end up just totally covering up the one behind it. So again, I try to keep it not too wide, too fast. Somewhere down here it can start kind of covering that tree, but I want to still see these little top parts poking through here, okay? And I am just dabbing away, okay? I'm dabbing, 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 okay? Johnny, how's that little baby of yours? All right, take another shot. I need to, I'm just not feeling it. I'm just gotten so numb to this. I just take a million shots. You know, we're gonna take a little bit of light purple. So mix a little bit of white. You can take any really one of these. However light you want. I kind of like this little middle, just a little bit lighter purple, not tons lighter. Just a little bit of white mixed in. And I like to just take this, and now again, here's what you want to do. You don't want to you want to stay on top of the purple you already painted. Okay, just kind of fill in some of those. Okay, if you just add more, you end up just with this huge thick blob. You can't see any of the sky behind it. So basically what we're going to do is from now on, everything we paint is going to be on top of the color we painted before it. Okay, because we want the thickness of this tree not to get too big. This is the problem with these trees, is you end up getting way bigger than you meant to. You know, when I started teaching in school, I got way bigger than I meant to, you know. And you go to school and you're sitting your ass all day, talk to these kids. Well, I would stop by and every morning and just get these little, you know, the worst is the gas station food. You stop by and get these friggin', you know, little breakfast biscuits, you know. And I got a lot larger than I meant to, a lot faster than I meant to. Okay, and it's the same with these trees, you know. You want to feed them a steady diet of paint. You know, don't let them get too fat, too fast. Okay, don't let them be me. It's like your kids. Like, don't make the mistakes I made, child. Okay, going through the light purple. Okay, now one thing I will kind of do is I'm staying on top of the purple I already painted, so I'm not trying to cover up any more of the background than I already have with my purple. I'm just kind of filling in on top of this. Okay, now we're getting a little bit more depth to our purple. But I'm also going to, when I see this is the edge, this tree is kind of in front right here, I'm going to, when I put my light purple, I'm not going to go over this. Okay, and it might seem like, oh, I'll put light purple over here anyway. It'll all blend together. But you'll be able to tell, you know, at some point that, which tree's in front there. It already gets confusing anyway. So the more you can keep those separate, the better it looks, okay? Let's see. Small trading account, I think you do so well. Okay. I do need, you gave me $5 to invest, and I was kind of waiting. Is Mikey still on here? Mikey K still on here? I don't think he is, but I want something to invest in. I don't even know. I need to watch his stream, and maybe I'll pick something up and make my own decision on who to invest in, because I'm sure it's not legal to like just, I don't know, there's something about, isn't there something like legality to like insider trading or telling you what to invest, or like a financial advisor or some crap like that, some bullshit like that. But I do need to. I need to watch his streams. Okay, can you tell me when Mikey K streams normally? Well, okay, that's another thing. He just said I was smart. This is something I like to think about a lot. People told me I'm smart in my life, and I promise you I'm not. I'm not smart. I think maybe there's some wisdom or something, or maybe I choose I don't know. Wait, am I on shot number 8? I can't remember now. I'm taking another shot. But here's the deal. Smart people start talking, and I cannot follow them. I am a dumb person. I just shoot from the hip, you know. Where was it going with that? Yeah, I don't know. I always think, okay, I have another theory. Hold on, I'm taking a shot. Day trading and after house. Okay. Yeah, I need to follow him and need to follow Mikey's stock thing. I'll probably learn a lot about stocks. I don't know shit about stocks. Some of my friends have traded stocks and they have kind of told me about it, but I have no idea where to even start with that. So I'm a little intimidated, I guess. I'm certainly not smart though. I'm okay. I think I'm average. I think I'm about average. Okay, I have another theory. So, you know, one thing I think about is, I think about that intelligence, and you know, how everyone's different. And I think really, the key to life is that we all have to coexist with each other. Okay, I'm mixing up my light blue, this sky blue. I'm gonna take just a little bit of white and mix that with it, and I'm gonna start doing some light blue on my purple. Okay, and I'm also gonna use this light blue to do some little kind of phantom, vague tree branches in my trees. So let's mix up a nice big pile of this. Okay. And again, I want to make skinny lines, so after I mix this up, my brush kind of becomes a big blob. So what I want to do is take it, and scrape some off on the side like I always do, and then lay it down, pull it through, flip it over, pull it through. Mikey comes on midday. Okay, I need to look him up. I need to look at the other guy that drinks and does it. Okay, I do have a theory. I do have a thought on just society, right? I think one of the main keys in life is. Oh, okay. Before I start doing this, blotting these in, let's put some little branches in. Okay, nothing really. Don't overthink it. Just putting some little skinny lines, just some phantom branches that might look like they are in this tree. You could put some going along the tree trunk. Let's take those all the way down through our trees here. Okay, but let's put some out here, especially some at the bottom, some bigger ones at the bottom. Oh, let me break your heart. Now, our paint is mixing. This purple's still wet. I kind of like it mixing a little bit as it dries. If you'd like though, stop, pause the video, blow dry it, and keep going with your light blue, okay? Okay, so again, I have this thought I think about sometimes, and that's that it's strange to me in a way that it seems like there's two things that are taboo. You can never just tell someone. You can't just address, like it's, you know, a problem you have with anything. Like you say, well, I'm not very good at, I don't know, I'm not good at reading. I'm not good at, I'm not book smart. I'm more, or I need to do this better, that better. It seems like you can't ever address that someone is not very smart, someone is dumb, and you also can't address that someone is overweight. And it seems to me I'm not an intelligent person, really. I mean, I think I'm average. I don't know if I'm above average. It's not by much. Okay. I took the ACT a lot, and I did not score that high. I mean, it took me like 4 times, and I got a 24, and that was tough. I really worked my butt off. So that's the peak of my intelligence. Not very high. But I think the one thing I did was I realized I wasn't the smartest person, and I questioned myself. And I think that's that thing. And I think it's healthy to acknowledge the fact that I'm not that smart. So what are some things, and who are the people I should trust in who are smart that I can, you know, lean on, ask questions, get through life, and make good decisions? Because I'm not that smart. Okay, I don't think that's a crazy thing. But if you ever say, yeah, I don't think that person's really, the only thing with that person is, they're not that smart, really. So probably a little harder for them. They're like, what? They're not dumb. I'm like, well, I mean, they're a little dumb, you know. People get really, really crazy offended by that. And I don't think it should be that offensive. I think it's just a fact of life, you know. If you're not very one thing or the other, I don't know. I mean, it's also detrimental to that person to lie to them their whole life and say, no, you're smart, when they're not. They're a big dumb idiot. They don't get things. They need help, you know. Help them out. Okay, this is all coming from love, you know. I want dumb people to succeed in life. And I've met lots of people who are not intelligent, and they are good, awesome, hard workers, and they know and they acknowledge that they've got stuff to work on and they need help, and it's more about just being wise about who you pick, what you choose to do, where you play your cards, you know. But I think a lot of it kind of comes down to, you know, who can you trust? Who do you lean on for those smart things? That's just my thought. I don't know. I just don't like that you can't ever... Saying someone is, like, not that smart is, like, the biggest, craziest thing, you know? Yeah, people just don't want to handle the truth, I think. And, you know, same with being overweight. Like, my girlfriend has a big problem with me, like, saying that, because there'd be, like, models, you know, and I'm like, oh, she's pretty... Like, oh, she's, you know... See, like, there's really attractive... Sorry, but there's attractive fat girls, you know? That's a thing. There are attractive fat women. It's like, well, she's not fat. I'm like, what are you talking about? She's super fat. She's beautiful. And it's like she thinks if they're pretty, they're not fat. And I'm like, I think that's the misconception. A fat girl can still be pretty. That's not what I'm saying, you know? I'm not saying they can't be pretty. You know, so that's like the weird thing where I think, you know, but I don't think being fat, I mean, you should work on your weight, because ultimately, whether society thinks it's pretty or not, I mean, it's going to be bad for your internal organs. So, you know, being healthy, and I'm not good about it. I've been trying to eat better, trying to cook more at home, but I struggle with it a lot too, and I've gotten fat. I call myself fat all the time. It's kind of my own way of encouraging myself to lose weight. I just don't understand why you can't just bring these things up and talk about them. It's like if you bring those up, it's like, oh. Everything's, you know, changed. I don't get that. Like, why? I'm a fat, dumb person. I can't talk about fat, dumb stuff? I'm not crazy fat, but I mean, trust me. This is a good angle. I've got some fat, okay? You can see it in my fat face. Okay, let's keep going with our light blue here. So again, I'm just dabbing, and again, I'm staying inside where I painted my purple. So I'm not taking up any more. I'm not covering up any more of the sky. I want to see my sky peeking through these trees, and if I go outside my purple, I mean, you can go outside a little bit if you think you barely put any purple in one area. Maybe you already planned for this. Maybe you're smarter than me, and you thought, well, I'm just gonna put a little bit of purple here and there, and then I'll put my blue, and I'll have. But I kind of just filled up the whole tree as purple. And then I'm painting my blues and greens and stuff on top of my purples here and there. That's my method. So that's kind of what I'm doing here, okay? Again, I'm staying out of this tall tree when I do my blues. I'm keeping that separate, okay, because it will come together, okay? What? Wait, you made $73,000 in one day on the stocks? Well, to be fair, Sherry, I would say, I don't know if anyone has ever, I don't know if there's ever been a time where you can just openly be like, oh, hey, you're kind of dumb. And then people not get mad. It's just one of those things I think people are, it's always been that way, where, you know? Wait, so, like, okay, if I made $72,000 in a day, Purdy, I would just cash out and be like, okay, cool, done. I'd set some aside, I guess, to invest some more, but, like, this is why when I go to the casino, and my friends are playing for hours, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I won $100, I'm cash out, and I'm done. And I'm like, cool, let's go home. $100. Like, I don't sit there and gain. Like, if I am up, I'm done. I cash out. I'm like, cool, better than I was. I didn't lose money. Awesome. So I don't know if maybe I'm not cut out for it, you know? Okay, now this tree is in front of that one, so let's really solidify where the edges of this tree are. There we go. There's the edges of that tree. Okay, and then I'll kind of go back and kind of keep going in here. Oh man, I love that part of that song. Let's go back and listen to that again. Just gonna go back with it. Oh shoot, I'm not adding my shots, am I? I think that those last, at least the last one didn't. I think the last two didn't add. I think I'm on 9. Yeah, I was gonna say though, Sherry, I don't, part of me thinks it's, the times, but I also think, I don't think that's, I don't think addressing, I think intelligence especially is one of those things where it's like if you tell someone they're dumb, they're like, it's over, it's all over. It's like, there's lots of dumb people. Most people are dumb, It's knowing how to kind of work with it and be wise and not intelligent, but wise. Those are the things that I think about, that I think, why can't we talk about those things, That's what drives me crazy. Lots of things drive me crazy. I was driving today, the traffic was driving me fucking bonkers. It's just, I don't get, I'm turning onto this road, turning left, I can tell, okay, also, what is it with, okay. Just don't be a dumbass. Very true, Sherry. Okay, I'm driving home, and, I got through the blues. I'm taking another shot, because this gets tedious. Tedious parts like to take shots. I'm driving, I'm in a hurry, so I'm trying to get stuff, trying to get back here before 4 and everything, and I'm behind this car, I'm turning left, and what do you know, it's a freaking, like always, a big white SUV. Every fucking time. It's a big white SUV. Those are the worst. Anytime I see them, I'm just like, are they gonna suck? They probably are. Anyways, this big white SUV, we're turning left, the customer turns into the outside lane, of course. Doesn't just turn the inside lane and just go at the right speed. It's like every person turning thinks they're gonna like flip their car if they turn too fast. They take like a slow as hell. So they go way on the outside lane, so I get in the front, in the middle lane, and the inside lane, and I'm speeding up because eventually I'm gonna pass them. And because they're in the right lane, I'm going to turn right eventually. I don't want to sit behind there. I can just tell they're dumb. They're a bad driver. I'm like, well, I'm just going to speed up a little bit, and I'll get around them, and I'll turn right. I know they're not turning right. I know the roads. It's hard. Long story short, it's a road that, it's kind of a side road that no one hardly goes down, but it's a fast way to get to my house. So I know I'm going to turn right here. This lady's in front of me, or this lady's in the right lane. I'm in the left lane. I know she's going to be an idiot. And I know she's not going to turn right anyway, so I'm just going to get in front of her. I'll turn right. I'll be out of her way. And then what does she do? She speeds up, right? Like always. She speeds way up, and I'm like, awesome, cool. So I just get behind her. Sure enough, the light at that stoplight turns red, and I'm just sitting there waiting behind her. And it takes forever. We get there right when it turns red, and I'm just waiting to turn right, and she's going straight. And it's like, if you would have just let me go, I would have been out of your way. I would have been on my way. But hey, that stuff just makes me so mad. I didn't ever take a shot, did I? I don't know. That stuff drives me crazy. Traffic, for the most part, doesn't get to me anymore, but just once in a while when it's like, just let me, everyone's just so defensive or so like, offensive. I don't know. Aggressive. I used to be a crazy driver. When I was in my 20s, oh man. Speeding around, got a million speeding tickets. Okay, I'm mixing my phthalo blue with just a little bit of white. Kind of make a nice cool blue here. Not still darker than this blue, but like a little bit lighter than just regular phthalo blue. Now here's where we had this, this is a cool blue right here. And I'm just gonna dab this through. Now I'm trying to stay inside my purple and all my light blues. But here we go, let's throw some of that in there. Ooh yeah. This adds another layer of those blues. Ooh. But you know what, Sherry? I think you're right in a way that I think, you know, especially nowadays, weight, this whole like, oh, you're amazing if you're like fat. I don't, you know, it's like, look, there's no reason to, you know, of course, people are people. You know, a lot of people that are overweight, it is hereditary. You know, there's a lot of that where people just judge people. I don't want to judge somebody, but I do think this you know, we're probably a little more sensitive to it than it was 20, 30, 40 years ago for sure. But I do think that's kind of something that's kind of been around for a long time, I imagine. I don't think anyone's ever liked being called fat or anything, and it's not easy to just say, oh, you're a big fat ass, you know? It's not like a light, easy, fun thing to say. So I feel like it's a little bit, you know, kind of timeless in a way, you know? Sherry is from Oklahoma, right? Is that right, Sherry? Or you live in Oklahoma now, anyway, right? So she's, yeah, southern Midwest like me. And Sherry Purdy's the other person I'm talking to on Twitch, and he's from Ohio. You know, Sherry, you're going to be mad when I say this, but Oklahoma drivers are the worst, okay? I don't care what you say. As far as maybe in Oklahoma, they're good, but I tell you this. Every time I'm behind in Oklahoma, I'm just like, where are they from? Oh, of course it's Oklahoma. I say it all the time, Sherry. I can sit there and go, yeah, what's this? And I look at their license plate, like, ah, of course it's Oklahoma, you know? Purdy says, nice, I've never been to Oklahoma, but I heard people there are okay. Good one, Purdy. I'll take a shot for that coin joke. I don't think I'm adding shots correctly. This has to be shot number 10 at least. Oh, man. Oh, she says I'm from Colorado, so it's okay if I make fun of Oklahoma drivers? It's really bonkers. Like, for a long time I was like, maybe I'm just like, this is like self-fulfilling prophecy or some kind of shit like that, where I'm like, I just imagine I only remember the Oklahoma bad drivers, but I remember them. Like, there's Texas ones, there's Missouri ones once in a while, but Oklahoma's consistent. It's consistent here. That it's like, I mean, sometimes I notice a driver that's not driving like an idiot and it's from Oklahoma, but almost always the bad ones are from Oklahoma. I don't care what anyone tells me, okay?
There's a church from way back when, where we used to go and eat for free with all the other dirty homeless bums.
Yeah, I like Colorado too, Purdy. I went there last year, the first time. Denver. Went to Denver and Boulder. It was cool. If it wasn't for COVID, it would probably been a lot cooler for me to be able to see more stuff, but it was still really cool. I like the people were all pretty nice. Went to a couple breweries and some restaurants, some bars. Went to the gun range because one of the guys I was there with, his roommate is a big gun person or whatever. I went there and it was fun. The whole trip was just nice. The altitude it took me like a day to kind of get my ears to stop popping and, you know, kind of mitigate how much alcohol I was drinking, because you get drunker too on the first day when you're not really used to it yet. But I like Colorado. It seemed cool. Sherry says, well, you can't drive in big cities. They'd be one of those bad drivers in the big city. Well, Fayetteville's not like a big city, really. It's not that big of a city. It's like maybe 90,000 or something. I don't know. But it's kind of it's spread out. It's not a huge city. Yeah, there's some good breweries in Colorado. Purdy asked if I ever lived anywhere else. Well, I'm from Joplin, Missouri. So I lived in Missouri. And I lived here. That's about it. So yeah, no, I'm pretty not well traveled or well versed in a lot of stuff. So that's probably part of the problem, I'm sure. Okay, let's take some yellow paint here. Mix some yellow paint in here with my Phthalo blue. It's very yellowy green. Lots of yellow here. And we're going to add some white to it, just a drop of white. But let's get lots of yellow. It wants to be a really like lime green, very light. You know, you need a lot, yellow versus blue, you need a lot more yellow than blue to make this a good green, just in general. And then to make a nice light green, you need a lot more yellow. So take lots of yellow. Don't be stingy with the yellow. And take a little bit of white too. Mix a little bit of white in there with it. Kind of got this light lime green color here. And we're going to take this and kind of just sparsely, now we're not going to put a ton of this in. Just a little bit here and there. Very lightly space that out. Alright. Now I'm trying to go on top of my blue more than my purple, because at this point we've covered up a lot of our purple. So we kind of want to, like, you know, not cover up any more purple than we have to. Now down at the bottom I might be making a little bit thicker ones, just because maybe there's a little bit more bushy stuff at the bottom, a little bit more, gets a little more jumbled up at the bottom, but especially at the top I don't want to add a ton, okay? Oh, okay, so it's 1,400 people in the town I'm in, counting cats. It's funny. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm from Joplin, Missouri, which was like, when I was growing up there, I moved in like 2006. And I remember the population sign before then it always said like, I think it said like 60,000. It wasn't huge. It's a big town, really. On the verge of being a city, but not really. And Fayetteville's about the same size. It's really not any bigger than Joplin. Just kind of feel like it's smaller and maybe a little bit more dense, maybe with people, just because of the college. But it's really not. I don't think Fayetteville's a big city at all. You just live in a tiny town, you know. I mean, 1,400. That's very small. Carl Junction, I went to high school, was insanely small, and it was 5,000. So you live in basically, it's just you and the, you know, the town ruffian, who knows, the cave people and the old folks and out on the farm. Lots of farms out there? How many farms you got around you there? Everyone's a farmer out where you're at, or what? Is that counting the cows? Do the cows get a vote? When is there going to be representation for cattle, for livestock? I'm washing my brush out now. You know, I might blot in a little bit more purple because I feel like I covered up a lot of my purple here. I'm going to take another shot too. You know, representation for cattle. All right. They've had it too hard for too long. Ah. Okay, oh, shot. Okay, I'm gonna count my shot. See? I'm at least 10 deep. I think I'm more than that, but anyway. I'm gonna take a little bit more purple. Maybe I'll blot some purple on. Maybe I feel like it's not covered a little too much of my purple. In my heart. There's some areas in here where there's no purple showing anymore. Well, you know what? I'm going to put some purple in there, you know? I'm going to make this tree my own purple tree. Yeah, screw you, blue and green. Purple making a comeback. Ooh, I like that better. Man, I still got to work on my camera, so it doesn't show up too well. But yeah, you know... Okay, once we get our trees done here, we're gonna put a little bit of some foliage, some little, like maybe some bushies. Okay. Where do I get these painting ideas? Well, you know, my brilliant, intelligent brain. What a dumb question, idiot! You're so dumb, and you shouldn't be offended by that. If you've learned anything today. Where do I get these ideas from? I don't know. I try to just look up generic stuff. I don't know. I just think of like something, oh, that'd be nice. And I just, a lot of times I just see a photograph. This one, you know, also, I mean, I sit there, I mean, my Reddit and all my stuff is just filled with art. So I'll see something and it's kind of in the back of my mind. And then I'll paint some kind of like my kind of version of it, you know, and dude, I don't need to be a stock trader. Are there pictures in stock? You know, the only thing I like about stocks is they have those graphs that show where it's going. That's the only part I can read. I'm like, up, down. Okay, I can follow this, but just like numbers, I'm a visual learner, okay? I'm telling you, man, I don't think I'm going to be good at stocks. I'm going to have to really spend a lot of time studying to really... Okay, you know what? Let's put in some little bushes here. No, I'm just going to put some little... It's good if you make that noise, too. Go... Ooh, bushes. Like that, okay? Oh, let's put some bushes. Just kind of slapping those in there, okay? And then I'm going to go through the same kind of way. I'm going to take some light blue. Okay, I'm just kind of going to make a mess here, really. Maybe I'll make some more... Maybe I'll change my brush stroke up a little bit to kind of, you know, make these stand out a little bit. Oh, maybe there's my little bush there. Oh, yeah. There's my little bush. Ooh, there's a little bush here. Ooh, what? Oh. Change my brush stroke up a little bit. You could use your little round, your medium round brush, you know? Yeah, charts would be good. I'm good with charts. I'm good at puzzles. I can do puzzles, you know. I'm always good at figuring out puzzles. Any kind of puzzle. Games. That's the only thing I'm good at. Visual stuff I'm good at. But numbers, words, letters, you know, writing, reading, math. I hated history. It's just like reading, and I'm like, I need a picture of what this looked like, you know? Like, I didn't like it. Okay, let's put some green in there too. So we got some blues. Ooh, here's our little... I'm just lightly twisting my brush and slapping it around there. Okay. Alright, I think it's about time for another shot because I'm entirely too lucid here. Purdy, I don't know what you're talking about with stocks. Okay. Look, you think I'll be good with stocks? I don't know. I don't know if I will be. A 3D puzzle? I don't think I have, actually. But when I say puzzle, I mean, like, you know, Rubik's Cubes, Sudokus, you know, any kind of, like, Final Fantasy puzzles in the video games. Like, I'm good at those things. Okay, what was I doing? Okay, well, we need to do a couple things. Hold on, let me take one more shot here. I need to, put a little bit more reflections in the water, and I need to, maybe put another little dark spot along the bank so we can kind of tell where the edge of the bank is. And I think that's about it. Let me take one more shot and get my bearings together here.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, last chance to win a free painting. Okay, wait. Ooh. Shot. I think I'm over 11. I think I forgot some shots. Here's our question today. What's the best candy, alright? Now, this is very scientific, okay? Try to look it up, okay? But even the best research won't give you the right answer. Only I know the correct answer. So give it a guess. Is it A, M&M's? Is it B, Snickers? C, Skittles? D, Starburst? E, Reese's Pieces? F, Charleston Chew? Okay, it's a good one. No one forgets about. G, none of the above, or H, candies like empty calories. G, candies for children. I'm not trying to live my life. I'm not a slave to sugar. Sugar is a drug. Okay, that's the answer. That's H. Okay. Okay. Purdy says H. Candy as poison. Okay. Starburst. Ooh, good answer, Gilla. See, I love Charleston Chews. Everyone forgets about fucking Charleston. Sorry about the language. Everyone forgets about Charleston Chews. Okay. I will have the answer in just 1 minutes time. Okay, let me just, last thing I want to do here is I want to put some light blue reflections in the water. Okay, in my little water here. So let's take some of this light blue here. Let's wash our brush out, get some light blue. And let's put some little reflections in the water. So I like to put these in. Again, here's my tree. Here's where the reflection's gonna go. Straight down below that, straight down below that. So that's where I'm gonna kind of put my blues. You know, maybe some blues in there. Alright, blues in here. Alright, alright, alright. And that will do it for our painting today. Let's see. Oh, congratulations, I've received 100 messages today with Restream Chat. Okay. Gal, what'd you say pink for? What do you mean pink? You just said pink. Hey, you know what, everybody? One more shot, and thank you all for watching along. The correct answer to today's trivia question is, in fact, Starburst. Congratulations, Galatea. You answered correctly. I love Starburst. I'm not a big... I like light chocolate, milk chocolate. Oh, pink Starburst. Okay, yes. Correct answer is Starburst. Okay. Second is Skittles. Okay. Third is candy is poison. Sugar is a drug. Okay. But I love Starburst. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm a weird person who, when I was a kid, I didn't even like chocolate. I didn't like chocolate. I still, to this day, am not a big fan of peanut butter. Don't like it. I like caramel, and I like sweet. I like Starburst and sour Skittles. Okay, but I'm not dark chocolate. Ugh. I mean, I'll throw up. I hate dark chocolate. Okay, my favorite color Starburst. I don't know, red. Any Starburst, they're all good. Okay, so Gala, congratulations, you win. I'll send you the link to the paintings, gallery of paintings, and then you just send me an address. I'll send it to you. Last thing we want to do. I should see. I keep forgetting to count my shots. That's what it is. I think I'm at like 14 or 15, but maybe I'm exaggerating. Okay, let's take our little tiny baby brush. Let's get a nice. I'm gonna take light pink. I'm gonna take my pink color here, and I'm going to sign my name right here. If you don't know, once you sign your initials, it's a fancy official painting. You can sell it for millions of dollars. Okay, and then let's paint the bottom edge here. I'm going to paint it light pink. Thank you all for watching. Until next Wednesday, you know, keep it classy, keep it sassy, and, you know, paint the edge off and stuff. Again, search Paint the Edge Off on all the things and follow or don't. Whatever. No one follows me. I don't give a shit. I'm still going to do it, but if you want to donate, that's cool. I'll be able to buy better stuff, hopefully, and better equipment. But, you know, hey, I'm probably going to get drunk and play some Overwatch. No one wants to watch me stream that. But, hey, I'm going to try to... Purdy, I'll try to look at some of the stock trading stuff, and maybe I'll invest a little bit, okay? If you want to message me, I have no idea what I'm doing. Just to tell me, hey, don't, this is how you know, add 1 and 2. That would be helpful. But, yeah, again, thank you everybody for watching. Please follow, I don't even know what I'm supposed to say here. I'll be on next Wednesday at 4. So, congratulations, Gala. You win a free painting. I'll send it to you. Just send me an address. And, you know, if I don't see you again, keep trucking, okay? So, talk to you later. Bye.